Hey, it's Shadei. Welcome to my channel. Today's video, I will be doing a chit chat get ready with me video. I'm going to be talking about post-grad life, the struggles with finding a job in your field, everything that I'm dealing with right now. So before we get into this video, please remember to subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, and let's get into it. I'm starting off applying my foundation, and because this video is kind of like a chit chat get ready with me, like I'm not gonna be like fully like giving step-by-step directions on what I'm doing. I'm gonna try to use like more colorful kind of colors for my eyeshadow because why not? Like I usually play it like really safe on this channel with like my eyeshadow, but since I have like some more colorful eyeshadows now, like I want to use like some more like colorful and bright colors. So that's probably what this get ready with me is going to be. But anyway, yeah, so for you guys that don't know, I have talked about like my college experience on this channel. So I have several videos like on my college experience and like advice and things like that, so I will like leave some of those down below. I just graduated from college in May, which has only been like a few months now, even though it kind of feels like a long time, but then it kind of feels like it wasn't that long ago, if that makes sense. And I graduated from Rutgers University in New Jersey, and my degree is in journalism and media studies. Graduating for me, like it was such a huge accomplishment because it took me a really long time to graduate. I was a transfer student and I transferred to a few different colleges in a few different states, and I do have videos on those, so if you haven't seen those, please check those out. And because they are on my channel, and I just talked about my transfer student experience, what it was like, good and bad, because there were definitely lots of bad moments and also good in those experiences as well. I'm just really glad it's over with, even though I am still thinking about grad school. Like I knew that post-grad life would be difficult and challenging because I know that jobs just don't come through like that, you know. I knew that, and especially in my field, this is my first time using the Fenty foundation like fully over my face, so I'm liking the way that it looks. I may just use a little bit more so we have some like full coverage. I would say like a year before I graduated, like I was applying for so many different internships in New York, and I needed an internship to graduate, and it had to be something related to my field. So I was applying for internships like before the last semester because I knew I needed it, one, and because I knew that it would probably take me some time. But it took 7 months for that to even happen. So I knew that if it takes this long just for me to get an internship, I could only imagine how challenging it was going to be for me to secure like a full-time position for a job in my field. Like a little bit after I got my internship, like that's when I started also applying for full-time jobs because I knew that it would take a long time. I had to apply, I don't even know how many jobs I applied for. It was definitely over 100 jobs in that time period. I mean, I don't know exactly how much, but it was a lot. Like it was a lot. You know, applying for jobs like post-grad jobs is a struggle. I mean, it can be very discouraging and depressing because you work so hard for this degree, and then you realize that that degree is not enough to get you a job, you know. So I was getting no responses back, and the only responses were getting were like rejection emails. It kind of makes you feel like what's happening, like why am I not getting any responses back, like what's wrong with me, what's wrong with my resume, and like am I ever going to get a job? Before I just start talking too much and forget to do my makeup, I'm going to do my eyes next. And this is going to be my base for my eyeshadow, and I like using this like brighter concealer for my eyeshadow for like really bright kind of eyeshadow colors, and it just like makes sure like my eyeshadow pop a lot more. Okay, so I'm back. I had to do this eye off camera because I was kind of experimenting with the colors and just seeing like how it would come out, and I like it a lot. It's kind of like this bluish green kind of like eye look. It kind of like reminds me of like a mermaid. So I'm gonna start on this other eye so that you guys can like see what I did. I feel like you know, when you're applying for jobs, like after you graduate, you're kind of like in this weird place because you're at this point where like you're applying for all these jobs and like people like aren't responding and you're not even getting interviews, and like a lot of the jobs that you may be interested in, like they're asking for all these years of experience that you don't have because you've been in school. So it kind of like forces you to apply for jobs that you probably wouldn't have thought of because you're at this point where, well, I need to get experience, and I need to get experience or I need to get any kind of experience. So that could either be like maybe like a lower position job that you ideally wouldn't want to do because you have a degree now that's in your field, or like a position that's not even in your field because now you need work experience. And that's like the place where I found myself in, like applying for jobs that had nothing to do with my field or the industry that I wanted to work into, because the jobs that I wanted to apply for, like I didn't have the experience or I wasn't getting any responses for, because I feel like everybody has this kind of like idea of like where they see themselves after they graduate, and when that does not happen, it's kind of like this reality check, and that lets you know that yes, I have this degree, which is great, but it's also not enough for what I wanted to do. It can definitely be depressing, it can definitely be discouraging and give me anxiety, and I don't like typically like to use the word depressing because it's so negative, but like it's how a lot of people feel like when they graduate and things just don't seem to be happening, and like for some people it's something they don't expect at all, so it can be like really shocking. And I can basically go on and on and on and talk about post-grad life because there's just so much to talk about. And like if you're someone who just graduated, or you're like about to graduate and you're like in your last semester, like you can probably like relate to this a lot. I feel like that this transition time that I'm in right now, trying to still figure out like, should I go to grad school? Is going to grad school going to be worth it? And it's still a question that I'm trying to figure out because grad school is very expensive. And I already feel like this video is probably going to be super long. So I'm going to put this shimmery blue color, bluish green color on my lid, and I'm just going to put it over the part where I just put that concealer, just so like that part can like pop more, since the shimmer color is like close to like the base color that I just put, but I still want it to like pop, and so that you can see that shimmer, and it's so pretty. This is the palette that I'm using, and I'm using this color right here. It is a palette that I got from Shop Hush, and this palette is called Aurora, and I will leave that info in the description box as well. I'm actually liking how this is coming out a lot. I think it looks really, really, really cute. You guys know, like, I never put on fake lashes because I'm still challenged in that area. So the post struggle has been real for me. Like, I've been through like a lot of changes since I've graduated, and I will do another video on this as well. This is my first post-grad. I think I'm gonna call this post-grad series like post-grad diaries, just like my transfer diary series where I talked about like my transfer student experiences and advice and tips and things like that. Like, I'm like very stressed, like honestly, like I'm not even gonna lie, like this period in my life is very stressful. It's just because I feel like it's uncertain. It's a period of I don't know what's next, I don't know what's happening next. You know, there's things that I want to do. I'm still trying to figure out what's the best like way to do them. And you know, one thing that does kind of help me is just to realize that, you know, I'm doing what I can do, but at the end of the day, you know, I trust that God you know, knows the things that I need, he knows the things that I want, and that he always has my best interest at heart for the plans that he has in my life. And I know that he always works something out. It's like that period of like waiting, you know, that sometimes you can just be like, you know, your prayers aren't getting listened to, or, you know, just start to get overwhelmed out like the things that you don't see. But like I always try to like remind myself of like where I've been at this point, and like he's just turned it around, and like things in ways that I didn't even see happening, and like more than what I could have even prayed for. And I cannot find like my makeup sponges. I need to buy some more, so that's why I'm using this brush, because I can't find them, and it would have helped me so much right now, but it still looks okay, so it's all good. But typically I would like to use like a makeup sponge like to do like this part of my makeup. Next I am going to put on some of this powder, which I actually have it in my Clinique jar, but this is the Maybelline Fit Me Pressed finishing powder. I'm just going to go in with that same like blue shimmer shade, and I'm just going to put it like under my eye, on my waterline. The glow that I'm using, it's in shambles right now, so I don't really want to show it on camera, but look at it. That's kind of embarrassing, but it's so pretty. As you guys can see, look at that. Okay, so this is the finished look. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this chit chat of my post-grad struggles and thoughts. And I will do some more videos on post-grad life, and because there's just so much that I could talk about when it comes to post-grad life, since it is my life right now and everything that I'm dealing with right now, and a huge reason why I haven't even been doing videos lately, but I will work on doing more videos. So thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video.